Welcome back, guys, to what I would say a book review. And we have a relatively new book that I wanted to talk about today. It's one of my favorites, and it could be one of your favorites too, if only you pick one up and check it out. But the Cherry Picker's Guide by Whitman Publishing came out right around October. And yeah, I know I'm just now getting to it, and a few of you probably already have this, but this is the 6th edition of Volume 1. Volume 2, by the way, covers the bigger denomination. So this is half cents through nickels. Okay, the Volume 2, of course, covers, I believe, half dimes and dimes all the way up to gold and commemoratives. So it covers dollars, that sort of thing. So this is what it looks like, the new cover, 6th edition. Okay, and this is what the old one looked like, for comparison's sake. And you can see a little, the photos are changed up a little bit. But you're probably asking yourself, you know, you collect coins or you're getting into looking at just pocket change. Okay, what exactly is a Cherry Picker's Guide? It's real simple. Okay, I've talked about it in previous videos, but I have no problem reintroducing it since we're talking about a new book. But this day and age, okay, there's no way that the U.S. Mint and its employees can get through producing coins and pocket change, that sort of thing, without some sort of element of error into it. This book highlights all of those various errors that you could find. Okay, they're not so much errors as they are quote-unquote varieties. But this highlights all of the well-known varieties that have popped up in coins for the longest time, you know, since the start of coinage in the U.S., you know, so early 1790s. So this book doesn't go that deep back because there are other various guides that cover those things like early half cents and whatnot. But if you're looking for a reference, a go-to source for your coin roll hunting, that sort of thing. So if you're not only looking for copper and pulling those out, or silver, pulling those out, or just, you know, trying to find whatever to fill up album pages, then this is definitely a great addendum to your hobby. So let's take a look at what's different, okay, in the Cherry Picker's Guide. And of course, same layout as always. And let's see, at the very beginning, they tell you about, you know, some of the contributors to this book. So it covers in depth for this edition right here a lot of the cents and nickels, but a lot of the more modern material. So you're going to see a lot of Indian head material. Richard Snow, of course, is a contributor to this book, and he is the foremost expert in Indian head cents. And then you have all the major contributors for Lincoln pennies and nickels and that sort of thing. So at the very beginning of the book, the way it's laid out is there's a how-to section of how to read. For example, what does this number mean? What does this number mean? What do all these numbers mean? And it's real simple. It's dummy proof, and they make it really easy. So just looking at, since a lot of us deal with a lot more modern material, let's look at the section on the Lincoln cents. Okay, so your Lincoln cents would look like that. You guys have seen the memorial, you've seen the commemorative, the shield. That's the presidency pennies, the 2009s, and that is a new addition in this book. For those of you that are not aware, 2009, especially the Philadelphia coins, they have a multitude of different double dies available on the back side of the coin, where you have the extra thumbs, and a lot of the major ones are listed in this book. So we have the Lincoln cents section. If we turn the page, here's all the new additions to the book. Voila, quite a extensive list. And of course, there's some debunked varieties that just haven't really, you know, shown itself to be real varieties, or, you know, there's still a lot of questions about them. But just going through some of these here, you got some 40s adding in there. Looks like a lot of double dies in this one. Got it added. 50s, a whole bunch of 60s, 170s. Now here's where it gets interesting, okay? 80s, 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 90s, and 2000s. Look at that. There's even a 2014 double die, which, by the way, looks tremendous. So let me show you the 2014, because believe it or not, a number of people have found these, and that's what it looks like. Looks kind of wild, doesn't it, huh? So you see the spread right in there, the notching into 4, the notching into 1 into tops and bottoms. The 0 is more elongated, and you see the notching into 2, and then you kind of see some of the doubling in there. And then there's RTY and Liberty. So that's a 2014. Okay, there's no D, so it's a Philadelphia coin. URS simply means there's not a whole lot of them out there. It's a fairly rare issue. The end with the star burst right there means it's a new edition. Interest factor is a 4 out of 5, which is really good. Actually, these sell quite well. And a liquidity factor of 3, which means they're average, you know, to sell, and you're able to move them okay. But the interest is there. It tells you a little bit about what to look for on the coin. And right over here, you get an idea of pricing. Okay, a normal non-double die version is like, it's pretty much worth face value. Okay, let's not kid ourselves. The variety can actually sell for these amounts depending on grade. So an about uncirculated 50 example is right around $15. Now keep in mind, these aren't market accurate pricing, but they're a kind of a starting out point for what you can get for these. So you could very well sell the AU50 version for $8 to $10, or it could be $20, $25. Again, it really depends on the individual. You get into a bidding war with a couple other people, or if you went outside the box and just, if you know a collector that collects these type of varieties and they just want to buy them but not pay a whole bunch of money because they know they could cherry pick one out of a box of cents, then you know, they'll pay minimum money. So these are all estimates. Of course, you got to go by real world values, like on auction sites, that sort of thing. So we got the 2014 penny. That's a brand new one. Let's see if we could find a nickel that we could highlight on here. Jefferson nickels. All right, so that's what that looks like. Jefferson nickels. Of course, previously those are Buffalo nickel listings. Jefferson nickels. Okay, a whole bunch of them here. Let's turn the page, and here's all the newly listed stuff. Okay, back out there. Some interesting inclusions in this. Some double dies, but you also have some re-engraved dies in there. And then you have a couple debunked varieties. A couple. They added a whole bunch. And usually the coins that are listed in the Cherry Picker's Guide have merit to them. So they sell. And it's recognizable. I mean, these books are sold in mainstream bookstores right now. So let's see if I could find, let's see, there's a 2004 Jefferson nickel that I'd like to share. And let's see here. Okay, very cool. All right. So we're all used to seeing what the piece reverse Jefferson nickel, you know, the two hands shaking. That's what the double die would look like. Okay, you can see the extra thickening of the 0, the 4, the 2, 0 right here. Okay, you can see the notching. You can see the line for the split. The E over here. In was that In God We Trust, you would have lots of notching. You would have the line going down the side here for the doubling. And then there's the prices of how much it could sell for, or estimates. All right, normal is just pocket change money, face value, and then the variety as such. So you see the value, American Bison variety. There's a doubling there you can see, and they have great pictures, but nonetheless, you can see the value of having a book quite like this, because these coins actually sell for that kind of money. And fifth, sixth. These coins sell for that kind of money, so if you're able to pick up one of these books, even if you don't use it that much, but you accumulate pocket change after a while, yeah, I mean, heck, I made a video the other day. A guy found a 69S double die cent, and you know, that's a good chunk of change, and that's in the Cherry Picker's Guide. So definitely something to look out for. You never know. A coin that is so rare and valuable could have passed through our hands at one point. We just didn't know. But now, you know, we could make this a little bit easier for us to recognize that that possibility exists. So anyways, I'm glad to share this video review. Again, I give it 5 stars, 2 thumbs up, 2 big toes up. Yeah, I don't know any other ratings types. I give it a 99 out of 100 if I had to give that extra point. I wish they would integrate more colored photos. Again, we'd be talking about a book that'd be above and beyond the $30 price tag that's on these. Again, shop around online. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Stay tuned for more, and I'll see you guys soon.